Hello, and thank you for taking the time to learn more about the new Affinity 7.1 update. There are many new features and improvements in this release that help to save time and costs, simplify your work process, and support collaboration between project team members. Let's begin by taking a look at the changes to the user preferences. There is a new tab that contains the project settings, which were previously controlled in the project view. By controlling project-level properties like total by phase in this dialog, users have full control of settings in one location and less clutter in the Affinity views. New tab behaviors assist with limiting the amount of clutter in the Affinity desktop views. To add a new tab, right-click any open tab and select what you want to see, or use the plus sign and select the item that you want to open. Alternately, you can right-click on any item directly in the program view and select Open in New tab. Or you can choose Open to see the item in the same tab. To avoid unintentional opening of multiple tabs, we've changed the behavior when you double-click items in the navigation pane. Now if you double-click an item that is not currently open, it will open a new tab. If you double-click an item that has a tab open already, it will simply move it to the front of the view. For multi-phase projects, you may require the rooms in each phase to be a different size. Affinity 7.1 allows you to adjust unit areas per phase. For instance, in Phase 1, you could have 2 meeting rooms at 500 square feet each. If you want to add one 1,000 square foot meeting room in Phase 2, you can do that by changing the unit area of the space in Phase 2. When you have a program with different group quantities, you may want to view the group subtotal as either a single group or the total area for all instances of the group. If you would like to see the total area, click the View Settings icon and select Show Quantities Subtotal. Of course, this only applies when the group has a quantity greater than 1. As I click the Show Quantities Subtotal property, you can see that the total increases, reflecting the group quantity. When I turn it off, it goes back to the total for just one instance of the group. It is also important to note that you will not see anything in this row if Show Group Quantities is selected. That property moves the totals to the bottom of the group. Now that group quantities are more than just a number in the program view. As you increase or decrease the group quantity in the program, you will see new instances of the group in the program tree as well. This allows designers to visually identify quantities of groups and allows individual placement of the groups in the design. The counters accurately reflect design-to-program variance. 3 of the options for manipulating columns have now been consolidated into a single menu that you can access by right-clicking any of the column headings. Select will allow you to choose which properties to display as columns, and you can also rename the columns and align the contents as well. The Align function is new in Affinity 7.1, and it allows you to set alignment for selected columns or all columns in the program view. This is considered a program view function, so once you set alignment, please save the program view. Affinity views are completely customizable, which means that columns, properties, units of measure, and other ways of viewing program data can be adjusted for custom presentations and printing. If you run into a situation where you want to revert back to the original views, Affinity 7.1 allows you to reload the template views by going to the File menu, Template, and selecting Reload Default Views. You may need to use the Ctrl-R refresh shortcut to view changes. Several changes have been made to improve the rendering of the relationships diagrams in order to increase customization and enhance client presentations. Now group and program items quantities are rendered as independent circles. So if you have 4 conference rooms, you will see 4 individual bubbles for each conference room, rather than one large bubble that reflects the sum of the area, as seen in previous versions. Now you can use the icons in the toolbar to directly edit the fonts and labels in the relationships diagram. This provides a shortcut as compared to previous versions where label editing was done in the Properties pane. Next, let's look at the design view. Affinity 7.1 includes more prominent ruler guides for easier alignment and quick measurements, as you can see here. In the stacking diagram view, you now have more customization options in the view settings. One of the choices includes label rotation, which makes it easier to read labels during presentations and when printed. Vertical scale allows you to increase or decrease the height of the story rows, and story spacing allows you to change the amount of empty space between story rows. Affinity 7.1 includes extensive enhancements to the report editor functionality and performance that improve ease of use and provide customization to reflect your standard formatting for printing and client presentations. To begin, I will duplicate my report before making any changes and give it a new name. Notice the new icons at the top of the view that will assist with quick formatting changes. This is an improvement over selecting options from the Properties and Lists in the Details pane. These square icons represent different border options. These can be used to edit the tables in the report by selecting either the top, bottom, left, or right borders. You can also adjust the properties, width, color, style, and spacing for the borders. The font icons can be used to adjust any text in the report by making it larger, smaller, bold, italic, or changing the font color. New report items have also been added for further customization, including requirements and stacking diagram. Reports are now easier to build with custom equations and expressions with the assistance of a new expression dialog, which you can access by double-clicking any table cell and selecting Equation. The dialog provides common expressions, fields, objects, operators, and functions that can be used to quickly build equations and customize reports with calculated fields. To the left of each report item are labels that help you to easily identify the different items. Any report component, excluding the header or footer, can be copied and pasted into the same report or a different report using the right-click menu. This quick and easy duplication method makes report building more efficient. Right-click menus for the table cells provide better customization options, including the ability to increase or decrease the row height. Using the edit options, you can choose to cut, copy, or paste either the contents or the style. You can also reset the style for the cell if necessary. Thank you for taking the time to learn about the new features in Affinity 7.1. If you have any questions, please contact us at sales@trelligence.com and we will be happy to assist you. If you are an Affinity customer, you can access the 7.1 download from the customer portal. If you are not currently a customer, but are interested in learning more about how Affinity 7.1 could work for your firm, contact us and ask us about our 30-day trial.